nice for people to come. Let's see, how do I turn this around? Hey! Okay. I'm here outside of the Samba. You can see there's the stands right there. I'm underneath the famous viaduct that these giant parade floats have to fit under. There's one. This is Imperatrice. And you can see, I showed this on the last slide, but you can see these lines here. That's it's focusing on my finger, but these lines here are where over the years different parade floats that didn't fit scraped on the bottom of this viaduct. I think that's hilarious, but because if you look at the other side, there's no lines. Here, this is, God, I don't think this is the Abrialis. This is one of the parade floats for Imperatrice. You can see there's some ladies enjoying themselves on the float. It's not lit up yet, but see these cranes? These cranes, I hope you guys can hear me. These cranes people use to, at the very end, when the parade floats have to fit under this viaduct, and at the very end they use these cranes to put the last tall pieces on top, and people, so when you see people that are like, super high up on top of the parade floats, it's because these cranes in the like last, 30 seconds before it enters the Sambodromo here, they put people on top of the float. I think that that's insane that they wait until the last minute and put the whole thing together, but that's what they have to do because of this highway overpass thing that's here. Anyway, here we are. Hello from... I should get my glasses on. Anyway, let's go walk and see. This is Imperatrice lining up in Academic Niterói. They're going on first, and they're on the other side. So this street is Presidente Vargas, and it runs perpendicular to the Avenida, the Sambodromo. Sapucaí is the name of the street. Marquês de Sapucaí. It's perpendicular, and these parade floats have to line up along here and then enter that way. And so what they do is they all line up on this perpendicular street, and they call the other side the Correios. Sorry guys, I'm really nervous, so I'm nervous to do live. So anyway, here I go. The other side is Correios, and then so the first school starts on the other side, so the first school comes in, and the second school on the Balança side, they come in, and then the third school will be on the opposite side again and bringing them in. So it's like one side or the other. They go back and forth. So anyway, here's the next float. They're still like, because they have to put the whole thing together at the last minute, they're still putting all the final touches on everything. One of the floats that we'll come up to here in a minute, it has chameleons all over it. It's really cool. It's all lit up. There's like a growling sound inside of it. Here is a great place to hang out when it's raining. These are like green rooms, so like famous people and like the fascistas and the porta-bandeiras who are like putting their outfits on, they can use that space to like, have a little bit of privacy. This space too is what that's for. And if you're lucky, you can use those restrooms, which are much cleaner than the other ones. They never have enough porta potties. Anyway, let's go by here. Camelônico, that's the name of the enredo this year, which is an homage to Ney Matogrosso, who's, I always say he's kind of like, this season I've been saying that he's kind of like a David Bowie sort of figure. He really pushed the boundaries of censorship and sexuality and things in Brazil, and sort of the same time frame, I think. I honestly don't know too much about him. I read, a little bit about him, but so Camelônico is chameleon, so there's a bunch of chameleons in this. Anyway, I think they call this a tripe. It's like it's a parade float, but it's not like really huge. So each school has to have a float that is with the Comissão de Frente, which are like the professional dancers in the front that are kind of telling the story. And then there's the Abrialas, which tends to be the featured, the huge, the biggest one. And a tripe, or 3 tripes, I think. 2 or 3, which are smaller parade floats. And then there's like 4 or 5 big ones and 3 little ones. For Grupo Especial, it's like a requirement that they have. Pretty sure it's like a requirement that they have all those. So there is that guy. That's Ney Mato Grosso. There. Look at this thing. Let me put on my glasses so I can see your questions. Eyes are really dry. Hello from Comparasa Arandu Beleza. Hello. Yeah, it's not raining. Yes, it's not raining. This is amazing. What are your questions? You guys have questions about what's going on? Please let me know. I get a little nervous doing these lives because I don't know what to talk about. I don't know why. It's because look, there's like black light paint on here. Black lights. Oi! Look who showed up. My good friend Henangawan is here.
Hi, tudo bem?
My
How are you?
brother in Samba, meu irmão de Samba.
My buddy.
My buddy. Hello.
Olá.
Estou mostrando como é aqui, né? Atrás das cenas, bastidores.
Bastidores.
Vocês falam atrás das cenas? Também
atrás
ou
das
não?
cenas também, sim.
So, look, ele está falando, Renan,
Oi.
feliz carnaval.
Obrigado.
Diana tá aqui.
Pra vocês também. Tudo de bom.
Tá a Diana aqui também. Então, pode falar um pouquinho sobre camelônico. Por que camelônico com Ney Mato Grosso? I'm asking him why the chameleons? Why so many chameleons and why that name?
Então, camaleônico é o tema que o nosso carnavalesco ele escolheu, né, para representar como nome do enredo, porque o Ney Mato Grosso, né, ele sempre fez essa questão de falar que todo mundo é meio homem, meio bicho.
Todo mundo?
Todo mundo.
So he was saying that essentially Camelonico is the name of the enredo this year for Imperatriz that the Carnivalesco chose, and that it's about Ney Mato Grosso, and he was... Por que Camelonico?
Então,
meu homem e meu bicho, mas porque ele está mudando muito?
Isso, exato.
Okay.
E a visão do camaleônico é justamente por causa disso, para você ser livre, ser o que quiser, você fazer a mudança que quiser. O camaleão tem isso, de mudar de cor, ser independente e tal, é isso.
Entendi. Okay, so he's saying basically the chameleon, Ney Mato Grosso was always saying everyone is a part man, part wolf, so or part werewolf. And so a chameleon changes all the time, so you have the freedom in your life to change and do whatever you want if you want to make a big change in your life. Change who you are, like, he did a lot of painting the face and stuff like that, and obviously the werewolf is like a man/animal. So anyway, that's...
E é isso aí, essa é a visão geral do enredo, né, que ele fala das músicas do Ney, dessa questão toda, né, de ser camaleônico, de ser livre, entendeu? E as pessoas se divertirem, aproveitar a vida, e é isso. O objetivo final, geral do enredo é esse.
Sempre nervosa quando eu tô fazendo isso. Ai, bicho, então...
No problem.
He was saying that, I think a lot of you guys essentially got it, but, the choice of the enredo was... Fala de novo, por favor.
Então, a visão geral do enredo, o objetivo final do enredo, né, e a homenagem ao Ney Mato Grosso, é falar disso, das pessoas serem livres, entendeu? De fazer o que quiser, de aproveitar a vida, de viver a vida.
So the vision for the theme and what Ney Mato Grosso is always saying, everyone should enjoy their lives, they can change their life if they want to, and I mean, the enredo talks about that, like in the words of the lyrics of the song too. So it goes up to it. You should be able to enjoy things and inspired to like change your life. He talks about painting his face to bring courage because of, you know, painting on who you are, like another way of being. Anyway, vamos andar um pouquinho e mostrar show the car a little bit. É uma onça?
É, uma onça segurando uma arara. Uma onça com asas, entendeu? Bem desse objetivo do enredo, das pessoas serem livres, serem o que quiserem, ser meio homem, meio bicho. E como os bichos fossem livres também para poder ser outras coisas, entendeu?
Okay, so this whole thing of changing into what you want, half man, half wolf. He's saying this is also with the jaguar, which the jaguar it's got wings here, and so like it's even free for animals to do. They can change if they want to as well. Look at this. Como se fala blacklight paint? É tinta que refleta. Não refleta.
É, tinta refletora.
É maneiro.
É um carro realmente muito bonito.
Também tem caixa de som com um animal.
Botaram recentemente.
Yeah,
Barulho da onça.
Yeah, isso. There's speakers in this car that are growling earlier. They're not growling now, but I wonder if you can hear it, if you'll be able to hear it over the...
Tá vendo? Tem um rapaz aqui trabalhando, dando os últimos ajustes do carro. É isso.
Muito alto. Ele vai cabe embaixo do viaduto, você acha? I'm asking him if he thinks it'll fit under the viaduct. Olha, ele é muito alto, ele vai cabe embaixo do... Você acha? Cara, mas olha disso, é muito alto.
Então, porque isso aqui, a onça, né, pelo que eu entendi, ela baixa e ela levanta.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I was asking him if it's gonna fit under the viaduct. He's like, oh yeah, for sure, because this animal thing, the jaguar will lower and then pop back up. That's crazy. That's crazy that they build that into the whole thing. Beyond all the just craziness of this whole thing. What should we listen for in the bateria? The brakes. There's a question. O que a gente... É uma pergunta deles. O que a gente precisa escutar na bateria com as paradinhas e outras coisas?
Escutar na bateria? Escutar
Sim,
tudo. Aproveitar a bateria, desfrutar do momento,
mas
viver a vida.
Tem uma paradinha, né, que é como dança, né?
É, sim. Essa é mais chamativa por ter a coreografia. Mas é aproveitar todas elas, curtir ali o momento, se jogar na festa. E se Deus quiser, a Imperatriz campeã.
He's like saying to enjoy everything. I asked him about this. There's one break that's kind of like a dance break. And the bateria has choreography, we spin around. So he's like, enjoy everything, listen to everything, and hopefully Imperatriz will win. So I just saw Nomad go in the bathroom. Eu acabei de ver Nomad no... O sujeito de live. Então, so you guys can see this is the truck for Imperatriz. All drums are lined up there. It's a big secret. Podemos mostrar os tambores agora ou não? He's asking if we can show the drums now because it's a big secret. Okay, I'm gonna take a picture of him real quick.
É rápido.
Okay. Em frente da tripé?
Tirou pra lá?
Sim. Você quer ver? Provar?
E aí, não?
Vamos falar. Nômade!
Cara, vem pra cá logo.
This is the tambourine director at Imperatriz. He's crazy. He's a crazy person. Você tá livre aqui no YouTube.
Eu tô ao vivo.
Querido. Ao vivo, sim. Tá livre, ao vivo. Estados Unidos. Pessoas dos Estados Unidos que adoram samba.
Fora Trump.
Não. Todo mundo odeia esse cara. Okay, so you can see Battery and Imperatrice is crazy. And instead of being nervous, they bring all the instruments for pagoji, and they have a little pagoji. They've got a high school going. Everybody, we all pay into it a little bit and do a high school. There's the drums already, so they put new stickers and heads and everything on the drums. They've got kind of a snake design on the side, which is cool. Anyway, Swing da Leopoldina, that's the SL.
A gente fala muito sobre tocar, baixaria de música, né? Esse cara aí.
Você sabe quem é esses outros caras? Quem são?
Então, eles eram da banda do Ney, que era chamada de Secos e Molhados.
Ah, ok. Secos e molhados?
Secos e Molhados, é.
Um é seco e outro é molhado? Okay, so these are the members of his band. That's name Mato Grosso there, and these are members of his band. Dry and Wet is the name of the backup band. Secos y Molhados. Alright. There. This under here, I think, is the Baianas. They're under this tarp thing, plastic sheet. Oi, querido. Tudo bem?
Tudo bom contigo? Vem? Tudo bom.
Tá pronto? Alright, let's go on to the last one. Hinan got sucked into the pagoji. I'll go over there in a minute. Alright. So here's another one of these. Well, I guess you didn't see the other one. There's these walkways that they put up that are freaking scary. This one's actually more sturdy than the one on the other side. The one on the other side, like the bottom is rusted in here. I'm always kind of freaked out. And it bounces when there's a bunch of people on it. It's a little freaky. Here's another crane, obviously. I know probably nobody but me is interested in the cranes. I post videos of the parade floats, but they hardly get any views because people just aren't interested in it, or well, I guess most of my content is drums, so the drum people don't care. There's big guns on here, and then whatever that is, Scorpion. Oh, it's like a tank. It's like multiple tanks. Tanks on tanks. I wonder if smoke shoots out the end of those. Or like fireworks. People in cages. Probably. You can get down with cranes? Okay, sweet. I think that's Alexander, right? Hi, Alexander. I don't know if you were here before, Alexander, but like at the last minute they use these cranes to like put the parade floats together, or to put people on top when they have people way up high. I've got a couple videos showing them putting people way up on top of these parade floats, which I think is crazy. This isn't actually last minute. They still got a ways to go before they enter the Sambodromo. But this is one of the bigger cars. As I was saying before, Grupo Especial is allowed, I think, 5 big cars and 3 little cars. And then they've got the Commissar de Frenchy car, which is a little different. I need to double check that. I need to double check those facts. Oh, this looks a lot like last year's car, actually. Interesting. So they're not allowed to reuse. They're not allowed. Every element has to be something new. Like it has to be built that year. So, like when they build different structural pieces, the judges can't have seen that in another year, another parade float. But what schools do is they sell bits and pieces to each other, especially like the Grupo Especial schools. will make all their stuff and then they'll sell it to like a Grupo Ordo school. So sometimes it's like immediately. So you'll see there is a piece of a parade float that I've seen at I've seen parked in the Estacio Bajacal where they build the floats, because you can kind of partially see in there when you're driving by. I've seen it in at least 3 parades so far. I saw it originally go down the Sapucaí, and I've seen it at least twice in the Intendencia parade. So the Intendencia parades are in another part of town. It's where they do, here I'm gonna flip this around. The Sambódromo is where they do the Grupo Especial, which is the top tier group, and the Grupo Oro, the gold group. But the Intendencia parades are like silver, bronze, and it goes Avaliação, I think is how you say that. It's all the smaller schools, and they buy stuff from the bigger schools. So this looks a lot like, there's a car from last year, if you look at the parade float, that had like, it was all about Oxalá, and they had this thing with skulls and blood dripping down on this. It looks a lot like that. I wonder, there's so many things I don't understand about how all this works. We got skulls and flamingos, irises. What are your questions, y'all? What do you want to see? This looks so much like that other clip. Isso é mais ou menos mesmo do ano passado? Você lembra desse?
É.
É mesmo, né?
Quase, aí eles botaram pra gente agora. Botaram pro camaleone.
É, sim.
Aí fez um pouco de caveira, né?
Mas eu achava que eles já podem usar as coisas.
Isso. Vem esse plano. Isso aí é do Exu, né?
É.
Exu.
Foi.
Aí eles aí botaram a pintura e botaram. Apesar que tá bonito.
So he's...
Tem muito carro que a gente monta.
É.
Aí entra no enredo. Entendeu? Tá bonito.
Ok, então. Somos live.
Uau!
He was confirming that he was confirming that he thinks it is the same pieces from that float from last year. They just reused it. He's like, it's really expensive to build everything from scratch, so they're reusing it. Okay, see that? That piece is gonna prop up. That's a piece that's like, it's just laying there on top. It looks like it's a bird. It's like a toucan. I think that part's crazy. I know I've said it already a billion times, but that they put the thing together that goes under the viaduct, and literally maybe a minute at most before it rolls into the Sambódromo, it's being put together. So like, the fact that sometimes these pieces fall apart and things go wrong and shit happen, it's not, sorry I said that wrong. It's not a surprise. I'm surprised more stuff doesn't go wrong, actually. Aquí tenemos lobisomem, né? So there's a werewolf. That's part of the enredo and part of the song. Vida, vida, lobisomem. Ba, ba, ba. That's part of the thing. Austin, Texas is here. Hello. Martin, hello Martin. I remember you from Brazil camp. Nice to see you. Oh, there's Tori and Riley. This is Imperatriz, porra! Say one. Now. So the lobisomem is the werewolf of the, and it looks like broccoli. Lobisomem and broccoli. Anyway, they did a teaser video of this float. It was really freaking cool. That whole dude, he like moves around and opens his mouth and stuff. Anyway, what are these made out of? Let's check. It feels like plastic. É feito de plástico. Você sabe? Você sabe onde eles fabricam? Não. É interessante isso. Obrigada. More broccoli. Hi Riley. Hi Victoria. All right. There is the first parade float has a bunch of masturbating ladies on it. So prepare yourselves. Prepare yourselves for that. I don't think they move. They don't look like they move. That would be hilarious. I'm digging these flower buds. What are your questions? What do you guys want to know? Maybe you can talk to this guy? Com licença! Estou fazendo um live, pode falar com você rapidinho? Então, temos pessoas aqui dos Estados Unidos e eles... Fala seu nome?
Boa noite, Michel. Tudo bem? Diretor de alegoria da Imperatriz Leopoldinense.
So his name is Michel and he's the director, o diretor do
Não, é...
carros alegóricos.
É isso. One nosso
He's the first one in charge of the parade floats. Então, eu estou mostrando os carros alegóricos para pessoas lá que estão assistindo e você...
Where are you from?
Dos Estados Unidos. E tem meus amigos que estão aqui online para ver como é. E vou te falar rapidinho como esses pedaços são feitos de plástico e tudo são feitos nos barracões.
Aqui temos uma diversidade grande de materiais, né? Tem desde isopor, temos plástico, temos alguns materiais como, por exemplo, aquele que imita uma árvore, que é uma espécie de plástico. Temos uma escultura que é ali em cima, que é o lobo, que ela levanta. Tá?
Ok.
E tem movimento, lá dentro tem um sistema de articulação que ficam pessoas mexendo para que eles tenham movimento.
Legal, eu vou introduzir. I was asking him what they're made out of. He's saying these pieces are all made out of plastic, but obviously it's different kinds of plastic. These trees are another kind, but he was saying this part on top actually was going to raise up and it's all articulated and has movement. Por quanto tempo você está fazendo esse trabalho?
Desde 2008.
He's been doing this since 2028. E você é da Imperatriz?
I'm coming to 20 years.
Parabéns!
Just a little, very bad.
He speaks a little bit of English.
That's my 1998. I began at 2005. I'm going to the 1998. Next year I complete 20 years. I have some passage for Samba schools, Grande Rio, Unidos da Tijuca, but I live near in the neighborhood of Imperatriz. This is my
Zona Leopoldina?
Isso.
Legal. Qual bairro?
Olaria. Is neighbor district do lado de Ramos.
Yeah, he's from Zona Leopoldina, which is obviously where Imperatriz is, and Olaria, so it's the neighborhood right next to Ramos.
Hi.
So,
Nice.
obrigado, muito obrigado. Okay. You guys have questions? Let me look. What side will you be on, Courtney, so we can look for you? Oh, I don't know. So I can try to be on one side, but like at the last minute, sometimes the directors will like grab us and be like, "Go over here. We need people over there. Go over there. Oh my God, hurry up!" So I never know. I can try to be on one side, but we don't know. Actually, I might try to be on the right-hand side. There's this choreography that we do, and then when we go into the second box, it's like one half the battery on one side does one thing, goes forward and backward, and the other side goes backward and forward. And then when we go into the second box, if you guys know what I'm talking about, when we come out, we're turned around, so you got to do it the other way. And I remember how to do it when I'm on the right side. So anyway, here's another float, a whole bunch of snakes, and then the crown. So the symbol of Imperatrice is this crown. The Empress, so is named after the Empress that was the one who signed the abolition of slavery documents. And there it is. The crown is, that thing probably spins around. The crown is part of the symbol of the school. Let's see if I've got, oh yeah, my t-shirt here. I'll show you. My t-shirt here. It's that same, this is the crown of the school. The Batteria has a different crown that they use for the Batteria symbol specifically, but that's the school. school's crown. Anyway, this is a cool one. Wow, that is really cool, actually. I'm gonna touch it. Don't tell anybody, I'm gonna touch it. Let's see what this is made of. Oh, it's like just sheets of plastic. Interesting. Wow, that is really cool, the way it fades. Like it's got these different colors that fade out. That's gonna look so sick when they light it up. So they've got these lights here, do you see that? Sorry if I move that too fast, y'all. These lights here that shine back at and light it from underneath. I think that's one thing that makes these parade floats look so fucking cool. Ooh, I cussed again. Makes these parade floats look so cool is that they're all lit from below. I can scoot back a little bit. There we go. Anybody have questions? Good parade for Imperatrice. Obrigada. Boa sorte de todos. Vou deixar pra fora. So I love popcorn, and I've been looking for my popcorn guy, but I haven't seen him this year. I saw him at the Ensayo Técnicos. A couple popcorn guys out there, but my favorite popcorn guy is nowhere to be seen. I need to put a GPS on him so I can find him. Anyway. There we go. That's it. This message is held for review. Ooh, what's in there? Watermelon. I don't know. That's a good question. It is kind of random, isn't it? There'd be a random watermelon stuck in there. There is a lot to this. So this Enredo this year for Imperatrice is about Ney Mato Grosso, and there is a lot about his life that I don't understand. I've read a little bit about him and to kind of figure out who he is. He's a very interesting person, very interesting artist. In interviews, I've heard him talk, and he talks about things like sin doesn't exist, and like it's just very interesting guy. But as far as like his cultural significance, obviously I wasn't here. I didn't grow up here with him around, so I don't necessarily understand. I do know that he really pushed boundaries of censorship, sexuality, what could be shown on television and not be censored, and he's very controversial. I think Alexander, was it you that said your mom watched the documentary about him? And God, somebody told me their mother watched the documentary about. There's a new documentary about him, and it was interesting and good. So I need to watch that. I think it's Netflix. I don't have Netflix right now. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna head back to the truck. See what's going on over there. I'll probably disconnect this, but let me know if you got any questions. Super Som Drumming Group, Tuiuti and Furiosa do Salgueiro. So it looks like we have a Ichimista from Tuiuti and Furiosa. Olá! Tuiuti, Super Som, Bateria, Tuiuti, Furiosa. Who's going to win this year? Oh, good question. Who's going to win? Well, I can predict, of course, Imperatrice is going to win, but who's going to come in second? So the strong contenders this year. Look, I'm outside the culture. This is me, somebody who just comes here and so I'm outside the culture. I don't understand exactly how everything is judged. I do think Vila Isabel has a really strong song, or like a musical song, and the Bateria is playing really well. And the community is super energized, and they have those two, I forget their names, they're two Carnivalescos that were at Grande Rio for the past few years that are excellent. They come up with extremely creative stuff, new stuff that nobody's ever seen on the Avenida. So I think they're a contender. Like I said, the school has energy, and that says a lot. I'm learning about when you can tell when they kind of catch a wave that they're singing. Like I've been to a few street rehearsals, and everybody's singing and going crazy and doing really well. Tuiuti is also doing really well. I think they'll. So let's say top 6. Beatrice, Vila, Tuichi, Salgueiro, Beija-Flor. They have a really. Their Enredo is strong this year, and they always come out strong, of course. And then one more. I don't know. Wild card. Wild card. What are your other questions? What do you guys think is going to win this year? Let's see. Review. A message has been held for review. Oh, what did somebody say? Maybe I don't want to know. Oh, I can't look at it. Jonah! Hi, Jonah. Let me go back through some of these, see what you guys are asking. Nice to see you all. Thank you for coming on here. Alright. You guys like my glasses? When I wear my contacts, I can't see anything. Alright. Anything close, that is. Alright, so anyway, that's it. I'm headed back to the truck. Nice to see you all. If you have any last questions, drop them in the chat quick, and I'll answer them if I can. Other than that, there should be a free live stream on Globo G1. If somebody has the link to that, they could drop it in the chat for everybody. But there should be a free link. It's always, the Globo apps are always a pain in the ass. They always, you have to keep clicking and trying to figure out what's going on. So be persistent. You'll get it eventually. I don't think it's normally streamed on YouTube, but the videos will be up on YouTube forever after this. But they don't show, normally after the day, they don't show the beginning. So the battery goes in the first box and does a whole thing. And the singers sing like other songs from the school, famous songs from the school and whatever. The official streams on YouTube don't ever show that. So watch it live because you'll see all of that stuff. Anyway, all right, y'all. Thank you for coming on. Let's see if I get, oh shit. Courtney, don't be nervous. You're, oh, thank you. Hi, Sylvia. All right, y'all. Thank you. Nice to see you all. Thank you for coming on. And yeah, go and pair of tricks. Go, everybody. This is, ooh, horses. Wait, horses. They get a little weird when you ask them if you can take pictures, because it's like the military police and they're all scary. But anyway, horses. All right. ADHD strikes again. All right, love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye. Thanks for watching.